I don't have time for this.
Alright. This should just about do it.
Son.
Oh. Hi, Dad.
What are you doing?
I just finished making this toy airplane for Billy. Looks pretty neat, huh, Dad?
What for? Have you even done your chores yet?
Oh, I was just gonna start on them after I finish this.
Give me that plane.
Why did you break that, Dad? That was gonna be my Christmas present to give to Billy.
Too bad. I'm so tired of celebrating this ridiculous holiday. If it had been up to me and not your mother, we wouldn't celebrate it at all.
But how can you say that? Christmas is such a fun holiday.
No more lip from you. Now go get your chores done, it's almost dinner time. Okay, Nigel, remember our deal. I want you to make sure everything in our dessert shop is clean as it can be. For every hour of each shift, you must count the number of orders made and clean off any empty table you see.
How come I'm stuck with the hard jobs? You are easy to handle with the customer counting and deep cleaning, so why don't you stick me with making the pies?
You want to know why? Because we are on credit card debt, and the only way to pay off the ones we own is to run the dessert shop. If you don't like it, I'll accommodate you to the thrift store, where the only job for you is making the coffee.
Fine.
That's the spirit. And while you're at it, your uniform is in the storage room.
What do you mean, you don't open for another 3 hours? I clearly saw on the opening timesheet that this dessert shop opens at exactly 9 a.m. precisely.
Look, lady, I don't have time for this crap today. We are having cleaning work done in there, so we now open at 12. You have a problem with that?
You're nothing but a rude-ass case. I'm supposed to pick up breakfast from here.
Well, if breakfast is what you want, then you came to the wrong place. There is a Dunkin' Donuts across the street.
Fine. I'll take this elsewhere if this is how you insist on treating me. Your service is pathetic.
At least my pies in the shop aren't pathetic as you are. If I was holding one right now, I would throw it at your face.
You'll just have to wait until your father arrives. This level of behavior cannot stand in my school.
Principal, it wasn't my fault. I slipped when bringing over my pie during culinary class, and it flew right into Loretta's face by accident. I would never intentionally throw pies at anyone on purpose.
Enough. One of your teachers saw you aim the raspberry-filled pie at Loretta Sinclair not too long ago, and from what I was told, she also stated that you made a face at her.
What face? I didn't make a face.
Are you sure? Mrs. Santos said you were smirking at Loretta.
I was only giggling out of humor when I accidentally nailed her face with the pie, emphasis on the word, accidentally.
No, you did not. You were giggling out of humor, all right, as if you wanted to pull a prank.
But Mr. Jolson, how could you suggest that I wanted to pull a prank?
Because based off of the feedback I received, Mrs. Santos alleged that you did not slip when you hit Loretta with a pie, so all you did was make up the story of what you did.
All right, what did my son do that was so urgent that I had to leave work? If it has to do with his poor performance in class, then this doesn't concern me, he can work it out himself.
Well, Mr. Norris, I've been discussing with Nigel about his behavior in his culinary class, and I will be giving him a 4-day suspension from school.
Suspension? What for? And why does this involve his culinary class? My son and I work at the dessert shop downtown, and I've been teaching him well on his cooking skills.
Unfortunately, during class the following day, Nigel was caught throwing a pie at another classmate's face, and now she and her parents are potentially pressing charges against your son.
Boy, what the hell have I got to do to get through to you, huh? I gave you your job to serve the customers, not throw pies at them.
Mr. Jolson, you may not know this, but my dad owns a dessert shop under my name, and we are a tight working family. Recently, during one of my work duties, I witnessed my dad throwing a pie at a man who refused to pay a massive fortune for one pie.
Pardon my son, he obviously hasn't been properly disciplined enough, but I can assure you I will give him the attention that he deserves. Now, may I sign the suspension paperwork or something?
I guess that wraps things up. Now, you both may want to consider discussing some behavior changes in culinary cooking during suspension. And Nigel, before you return to class after suspension, you will have to go and apologize to Loretta for throwing a pie at her, and maybe she will go against legal actions.
He walked over to me and offered to have some of the dessert I made in class. I politely refused, which then prompted him to throw his dessert at my face. He started to laugh at me when I started crying, and soon he got the other classmates to laugh too.
Mrs. Sinclair, did you actually see Nigel throw the pie at you?
Yes.
And did you yell when you were, quote, hit in the face, unquote?
Yes.
Your Honor, my client suggests that he did it as a harmless prank, because of his father's influence.
What? Your Honor, this is bullshit.
I'd like to call Damian Norris to the stand, please.
Yes, I own a dessert shop just across the street of Tyndale Valley. My son works there, cleaning the tables and counting the numbers while I am his manager. I do have issues with entitled customers, and I only teach my son how to follow in my footsteps. If I throw pies at my customers, it's not because they deserve it. It's just to provide karma to those who act demented in my shop.
Mr. Norris, the fact that your behavior at your son's presence is creating a lot of noise. Perhaps you want to try and be more tolerant to him?
So based off the feedback we've received from the Sinclairs and the Norrises, I hereby rule in favor of the Sinclairs. Nigel and Damian Norris, you are both hereby fined $500, and Nigel will be sentenced to a week of community service. I know your behavior around others arouses suspicion, so just toe the line and there will be no problems.
Man, I finally got this crap done.
Did you say something, boy?
Yeah, I finished wiping down these tables. For the 13th time. Dad, I just don't understand why we have to work at the dessert shop on Christmas Eve. We should at least have today and tomorrow off.
I thought you liked working here.
It's all right. But come on, Dad, it's Christmas Eve. Everyone is at home with their families.
Well, for them, it's Christmas Eve. For us, it's just another work day. Now, since you're done with the tables, I want you to go into the back now and take inventory. That means now.
Working at this place is such a drag. I hate every single minute of it. I can't believe Dad has the nerve to assume that I even like it here.
What do you want? Last time we talked, Christmas is for sissies and you're not celebrating it. Did you make sure all the ingredients and cans were sorted alphabetically?
I did a shitty job.
Well, get back there and make it right. If I have to sort things out myself, it's not gonna be pretty.
You know what? Hell no! I'm taking the rest of the evening off.
Who do you think you're talking to? In our place of business, we don't take early leaves to celebrate holidays. I thought you knew that.
Well, if I can't take time off work to celebrate Christmas, then I'm not gonna work at the place of business at all. I quit.
So you want to quit? Well, you can't quit because you're fired. Do you know how hard I worked to get you this job? You're not throwing it away, you stupid, ingrateful shit.
Watch me! This dessert shop is your problem. I hate you!
I suppose a fudge round cream pie will fill me up. 2 please.
Ooh, hate to burst your bubble, but I don't sell Debbie cake brands at this shop.
Damn. You're a disappointment. Don't you have anything similar?
Oh, don't act all tough, big guy. Why don't you stop by your grandma's apartment where she makes all those delicious chocolate chip cookies?
How about I do that?
Is that any way you run a business? I've heard that this shop has the lowest number of stars.
You wanna piss me off, Blue Octopus? Then I suggest you take your human friend and be on your way, unless you want to stick around for a free pie to the face.
He's not serious, is he? Damn it! He got it all over my glasses. You want me to leave, sir?
I think you know where the exit is, retard.
Come, I'll get you cleaned up.